Okay, this is Jacob Schmitt with DeerHuntingSchool.com. This video here is the third update of the 2018 hunting plan series that I'm doing. I'm super excited. This video here, I've found a big buck, and I'm going to talk about that here a little bit. And this video is going to be a little bit longer, maybe than usual, but I've got some tips I want to share. Some things I want to talk about. So, it's October the 4th as I'm recording this, okay, which is Thursday. So this Saturday I'm going to be hunting. I'm going to hunt the buck that I found. What's taking place is last week I started the weekend. Last weekend I started hunting the how I talked about, in the last update. I started that. I made an adjustment because the deer sign just wasn't there. The buck sign. I'm trying to kill a buck, okay, a big buck. That's what I'm doing. I'm a trophy hunter, really. I do shoot does. I do like to deer hunt, but I'm trying to kill a big buck. Okay, so in order to do that, I've got to find a buck. Okay, obviously. So the sign wasn't there. So I made the adjustment. And actually, I've been trying to make the adjustment the entire deer season. I've been, just like in my hunting plan I talked about, when it's daylight and I'm going in and out, I'm scouting. There's a long day. I have a pretty good gap in between the morning and evening hunt, so I spend a couple hours scouting, checking a little area here, checking an area there, and I'm doing it fast. I'm not going in nitpicking everything. I'm looking for buck sign. If I don't find none, I'm out of there. I don't care. I may miss some, but when I find it, I know it. Okay, so I'm not going to spend hours and hours and hours looking for something. I'm spending time. I'm covering ground. Okay, I'm covering miles of ground till I find what I'm looking for. So anyway, Sunday afternoon, I had an area I wanted to check. I was actually fixing to go hunt a different area, a different spot. I had a tree in mind I was going to hunt. That there was possibility of buck in there. I was going to, on my way in there, if there was a buck in there, I'm going to look at the signs there, then bam, I'm on one. Okay, that was my plan that Sunday evening, was to go to an area that I knew that has held bucks in the past, this early in the year. Okay, and it probably has bucks. I wasn't really going to hunt it because there were some other boys hunting in the area. But I didn't want to hunt it. I was, unless I had to, which I was getting frustrated because I had checked several areas. I had walked probably 8 to 10 miles looking for buck sign. I hadn't found it yet. Okay, so anyways, on my way there, I was driving past an area I wanted to just quickly look at. I could probably spend 20-30 minutes looking at this little area real quick, just to see if I see anything. I wanted to just kind of look it real fast, look it over real quick. So I stopped, parked my truck on the side of the road, got out, took off walking. 75 yards off the road, boom, there's what I'm looking for. Big road. Kind of quickly scanned the area. I mean, like quickly looked like this, scanned it. Okay, whoa. I'm getting a little excited. There's 7-8 rubs here. There's a buck or a group of bucks using this fairly regularly. These fresh rubs now, okay? So I was like looking for a tree. I'm like, okay, there's a good tree. I look at the, pull my phone out, look, at Scout Look. That's a good app. The Scout Look app. I look at the Scout Look app, see what the wind direction is. I'm like, okay, that tree right there will be good. It's kind of an observation setup, but because I haven't done a lot of scouting here, but I know this buck coming through here. So I picked me a tree, and I say I wanted to go walk the rest of the area I was wanting to look at real quick. Wouldn't take just a few minutes. I wanted to walk that real fast, and I did that. What I done was I come back to the truck, got my stuff, forget the other area. I'm hunting this right now, and that's the adjustment, early season adjustment you got to make. Got to make the early season adjustment. So I get set up. It's a perfect observation stand by. It actually worked out perfect because it's a really good observation stand. Plus, there's a beast of a rub line coming within 20 yards. Within 20-yard wide gap, there's 7, 8 rubs, whatever, at least that I seen just quickly in about 5 seconds scanning. Maybe 15 seconds, I may be over exaggerating, maybe in 30, I don't know. It wasn't very long, it was less than a minute. I just scanned, I didn't walk around, I just scanned my eyes looking, oh yeah, there's rubs here, these bucks are coming through here. Okay, so, I found some bucks, set up and stand, I'm sitting there, I'm literally 103 yards, I ranged my truck from a legal range, 103 yards from where I parked. Okay, this is public property. That's one of the things that I talk about in finding and hunting nocturnal mature rutting bucks. It's not the rut, but these are pressure deer. Okay, this is public land. Okay, and I'm hunting literally 103 yards from my truck. I range finded it. Sounds crazy, but I have done this before. I've killed big bucks like this before. And what happened? About 6 o'clock, I hear a vehicle coming down the road, and all of a sudden, 2 bucks come running. One of them's begging. I'm like, oh man, yeah, it's a big buck. I was excited. I've done found him. And son of a guns turn and start coming to me. I'm going, whoa, okay, this is getting serious. And they didn't come to me, they didn't get shot. Closest they got was about 175 yards. But it's a big, about 100, maybe 150. Big buck, okay? So I'm super excited at that point. I found him. It's going to be one of the bucks making the rubs. So I'm pumped up. I've found a big buck, want to hunt him. So I went back the next day, which was Monday evening. It was actually my anniversary. My wife let me go hunting. She's awesome. She let me go hunting. No, she didn't gripe, nothing like that. She was excited. Text her a whole bunch while I was on deer stand and everything. Took her to do some things before. She was happy, I was happy. Plus, she knows it's big there because I texted her when I seen the buck. I said, "There's a monster. I just seen a monster." He's a big deer. Okay. So, anyways, went back Monday evening. Obviously, I went to the spot where I seen these deer cross the road, or where I think they crossed the road. Kind of driving down the road and just kind of looking, seeing a bunch of tracks. Boom, there's a rub there. I'm like, this is where they're coming out. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I went quite a ways down the road, parked, come back, checked it out. There's a bunch of rubs there. Got me a tree picked out. There's big scrape. He's scraping it both directions. He's coming through there a lot. So I got my tree picked out. The thing is, though, in Arkansas, you have to have you can't hunt more within 100 foot of the road. Okay, I think it's like the center line of the road. I don't know. I just stay over 100, a little over 100 foot off the road. So I picked a tree that was 35 yards off the ditch. Okay, so I know I'm legal, and there's a reason that I done this. Okay. And I'm going to make a master's course class. I'm going to do a master's course class on this particular setup. And hopefully, it's after I kill the deer, but it's going to be one or two things. After one or two things happens. Either after I kill this buck, or I feel like I've totally exhausted my chances of killing this deer. Okay? I'm hoping after I kill the deer. Obviously I want to kill him, but that's not the only reason. Because if I kill him, I have 100% confidence that I can pull this area up on Google Earth and we can get down good into detail on this, okay, of what was going on. Because there's a reason that I didn't go 50 yards off the road. There's a reason I didn't go 40 yards off the road. There's a reason that I went 35 yards off that ditch and found a tree, okay. There's a reason, and I want to talk about why that is, because this is in the master's course class when I actually do it, okay? Because there's a reason, okay, and it's a good reason. But I'm hoping that I actually go there. If I don't kill him and I feel like I've exhausted my chances, I don't know. I may pull up the map or whatever. We'll just see. But I'll at least explain it in great detail and draw it out, okay? So I'm hoping I kill him so I will have 100% confidence. I'll pull up the map and we're going to sit there and show it exactly what's going on, exactly why these deer were there, or one reason that they're there. And I'm going to go into great detail on it. Okay, so anyways, one tip that I want to give you guys is I was getting frustrated that I'd walked a lot. I've looked at a lot of areas. I was beginning to get aggravated, like, man, what the heck? I probably covered 10 miles, okay, looking for buck sign. I hadn't run into it. So one thing is, man, guys, is getting frustration and giving up. It just you lost the battle right then. You can bet on it. When you give up, you lost the battle. So I didn't give up. I kept on pushing. It's actually, I'm actually shocked. Not really shocked, because for a long time, I was going to say I'm shocked that I found it so close to the road, but I'm not really, because one of the biggest bucks I killed for several years was within 50 yards of the road, or less than that. I mean, heck, yeah, within 50 yards of the road. It was probably about 35, 40 yards off the road. One of the biggest bucks I killed for many years was right on the edge of the road. You know, not right on the edge of the road. It was about maybe 40 yards, whatever. You know, so it doesn't totally shock me that it was right on the edge of the road. But man, there's one spot I went that was almost 2 miles. I checked, went back in the woods 2 miles, and not a single rub at all. I was beginning to wonder, like, what the heck? Maybe these deer didn't rub this year. What the heck's wrong with them? I'm thinking to myself, man, maybe these son of guns ain't rubbing yet. Or I was starting to think that. What the heck? Maybe the suckers ain't rubbed yet. I ain't found a scrape, nothing. What the heck is wrong with these bucks? What was wrong with them? I hadn't found them. Okay, and that's another tip. That's an invaluable tip right there. Is when you find the bucks early season, they're going to be buck sign. There's going to be rubs, okay? Unless it's before they shed their velvet. Because when they shed that velvet, they start rubbing. Every single year that I've hunted, since I remember, or not since I remember, since I knew that since I learned that when they shed their velvet, they start rubbing, since I learned that, every single year, I have found rubs within the beginning of October. That's a #1 key thing to killing bucks early season. #1 key thing. Finding their rubs. Setting up on them and hunting them. Guys do it all across America. Everybody that you're seeing is consistently killing deer early season. They may not be actually setting up on rubs. Some of them may not be. Some of them may be using trail camera observations, stuff like that, to set up on them. But I guarantee you, if they're killing bucks early season, there's rubs in that area. Guarantee you that. Now, I will say this: if they're shooting bucks in velvet, there could be rubs, because some of the bucks may shed their velvet. But when they shed that velvet, they're going to start rubbing. The bigger deer, I have found this too. You're a bigger deer. Almost every time I find good rubs early season, they're good bucks. They're mature deer. Almost every single time. Actually, I don't know if I've ever found one that wasn't a mature deer. So that's a valuable tip, guys. So my plans for this weekend is Saturday morning, I'm hunting the stand that I picked for an observation stand right on the rub line. I could easily kill this buck there. I mean easily. He's got 8 rubs within 30 yards of the tree that I have picked. I'm hunting that stand again because this may sound weird. But when I do the Master's Course class, I'm going to explain exactly why I'm a little unsure of where he's bedded. I don't know if he's bedded here. Okay, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure that he may be. I think he's bedded here. Okay, and he's feeding here, but I could be wrong. He could be bedded here and feeding here. I may have it backwards. I'm hoping to see him one more time, because I'll explain it when I do the Master's Course class. Okay, for you Master's Course members, you're going to know for sure why I'm not 100% sure. I'm 80% sure that I know where he's bedding and feeding. Okay, but I'm not 100%. The reason that I want to see him again is because I don't know. I have one rub line where he's coming both directions. That's given. Okay, he's coming through there in both directions. That's the thing with these rubs early season, is if you know where the deer's bedded, you can look at the rubs and you can know if it's coming, if it's in the morning or evening. Okay, so I don't know. I know for sure where I seen him. I know that for sure, in which direction he was going, but you know, I don't know for sure. I'll talk about it in Master Class. When if I knew for sure where he was bedded, then I know which rub lines I need to hunt. In one, do I need to hunt this one in the morning, or do I need to hunt that one in the morning? That one evening, morning? I know exactly, you know, kind of thing. So because that sign, they leave it plain as day. Bucks, honestly, early season, does are easy to kill, because you can just go find a bunch of tracks and you can shoot a doe. But I'll tell you what, a dadgum buck, he'd tell you which direction he's going. It's just that simple. Their rub lines, you can read the rub line. He's going to tell you by looking at that rub line, you know if it's a morning or it's an evening. You know if you need to hunt there in the morning or in the evening, if you know where he's bedded. I'm a little confused on this one, but I've got him pegged, to tell you that. I think I've got a really high percentage of killing this buck. The only problem this weekend is it's supposed to be 85, 90 degrees. It's not really the best hunting weather. But I'll tell you what, I have a spy point camera, and I'm going to do a review on them things. It's a spy point camera that's a cell camera, and it's sending me pictures right now of deer. Okay, I've been having it's not on this area. It's on my lease. My wife is just all day long. Babe, there's deer. And literally, she has done this all day long. Baby, there's deer right there on my stand. I need to be here. And there has been deer on her stand all day, and it's been almost 90 degrees. It's been 90 degrees today. So deer can move. It's Arkansas, okay, but it's not the best weather for deer hunting. So we'll see. You know how it's going to go. I'm going to hunt the observation stand. I've got the stand that I set up off the road, just 35 yards off the ditch, which is like what, 105 foot off the road, something like that. Is that right? Yeah, my math's right. Yeah, 105 foot off the road. Okay, so you know I'm legal for sure. I'm off the edge of the road 105 foot, and my understanding is it's got to be the center line, but I'm making sure I'm legal. So that's where I'm going to hunt that evening, and I plan on hunting that unless I kill the deer, obviously Saturday morning, which is a possibility. I think in the morning. I think that's where he's coming through in the morning. Is where I'm setting Saturday morning. I think that's where most of the time he's coming through. Obviously, he's using a pretty good size area, but there's a couple spots that he's using a lot. So when I get out of my stand Saturday, I'm going to scout a pretty good sized area there real quick to see anywhere else he's using a lot, so I know exactly where for different wind directions I can hunt him. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then Sunday evening I'm hunting on the stand that's 35 yards off the road, and not Sunday, Saturday evening and Sunday morning, and probably Sunday evening, because there's a scrape there pretty close by. He's passing both directions. He's kicked leaves when he made the scrape both directions. Okay, so anyways, you know, obviously, you know, I'm gonna when I do a little scouting Saturday afternoon when I get out of the stand, this all may change. So you know, we'll have to see. We'll talk about this next week. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video here. I hope you picked some tips out of it. There's fundamental truths about deer hunting in this video. Buck hunting anyways. If you don't have the buck sign, most likely you're not in an area that's got bucks. It's just that simple. You could be in an area that's got bucks and you could just miss it a little bit, but one thing for sure, if you want to be on bucks early bow season, you scout till you find fresh rubs, scrapes, whatever, and you'll be on them, because they live in small areas, and when you get on them, you're on them. So I found the rubs, seen the buck the first time. That's not unusual. I've done that for a lot of years now. A lot of times I get shot at the buck the first time. Didn't on this one. Hoping I get shot at him this weekend. Hoping I kill him this weekend. Obviously, I wish that we had an awesome cold front that was moving through, say Friday night, and it was going to be 40 degrees Saturday morning. I would be so stoked up right now that I probably wouldn't be able to sleep until Monday. Okay, I'd be so pumped up thinking I'm going to kill this deer if that was the situation. I still think I have a chance at him, but it would help if there was a nice cold front coming, but there's not, so I got to deal with the situation. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you picked something up from it. Like I said, I'm going to do a master's course class on this, so you master course members, be looking for that. I'll probably announce it, in one of these videos, and then obviously I'll post the link and stuff. So if you want to join the class live, you can in the master's course area. I'll do that, a few days to a week before. Okay, but I will say one thing. I'm going to before I do it, obviously I'm going to try to kill the deer. Hopefully I can kill it. And I'm going to definitely exhaust what I feel like I've exhausted my chances at this buck, because it's public land, guys. There's a possibility. I know that there are a couple Arkansas members in the master's class. I know that for sure. And they're probably honest guys, and they probably wouldn't go out there and hunt it, but you never know. Okay, and this is a big deer. Okay, I'm not going to just give it up to everybody in the United States, because good Lord, somebody from California can come there. It's public land. Okay, it's open to anybody. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video here. Hopefully the next video I'll have a picture of a big buck and share it with you, but if not, I'm sure I'll have some exciting stuff that is taking place, even if I have to tell you how many sweat drops rolled off of me while I'm hunting in 90-degree weather this weekend. And how many bottles of water I drank while I'm on a deer stand. I carry a backpack full of water. Okay, my backpack's 40 pounds on the way in, and it weighs 2 pounds on the way out. 38 pounds of water. Going deer hunting. But I tell you what, I'm going to hunt him. I'm going to do everything I can to try to kill this deer before gun season opens, gun season, because it's so close to the road. It's very, very likely that somebody's going to hunt it. Okay, I would be shocked if nobody hunted there. It would be insane. There's going to be people hunting it, guarantee you. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. Subscribe to my channel. Leave comments in the below in the comment area. Shoot me an email if you have any questions, anything like that, guys. I appreciate you watching the video. Check out deerhuntingschool.com for more tips, information, things like that on deer hunting. Have a good day, and bye-bye.